guys. Gosh, things are moving so fast around here. So I've taken a huge hit now and like an attack to my finances, and I'm totally wiped out. I'm totally wiped out. And it's a sudden thing because I'm owed money, several $1,000s, and yesterday, first thing is I kept thinking on 4444, and then I realized, well, yesterday, that was actually the date yesterday. And so I had an appointment to try to get, this money that's owed to me. And and I thought, well, maybe I don't look at gematria. I don't know. Camera makes me mess with my hair. I don't really look at gematria very much unless I really see like a huge sink. So I did look at the 4444 today because of everything that's happened. But as far as the money that I'm owed, I'm not getting it. I depended on that. I needed that to carry me through, to pay my sister, back payment on the house. And so then today I get all these sinks. There's all these sinks. What's going on with me is why I need to talk about it. I get this. I won't show the top. See the date, April 4th. This is a rental agreement, very strongly worded, from my sister. Now the terms are fair. She wants quarterly payments, and they are raising the rent over the course of the rest of the year. Now, I had a lease agreement when I moved in, and we actually had a verbal lease agreement because we're sisters. And the agreement was to pay the house off in 30 years at 3% over cost, simple interest. So that was excellent. I could totally do that. No, I was told that if there are times when I can't make, they prefer monthly payments, but if there were times when I couldn't, and I haven't been able to in like 10 months. So it's been a while, and I've made little like $100 here, whatever I could. But it was a 30-year verbal agreement, lease agreement that we made. When they bought the house, they just bought it. I mean, they had the money, and they just bought it, and they were going to gift me the house. They were ready to sign the deed over then. And I didn't feel right about that. I don't need anybody to gift me a house. So I need a shower. I know, I'm really stressed right now. The lease agreement, the 30-year, to make payments on it was my idea. I said I would rather pay it off. But that's fine. This is fine. It's hard to be angry because my sister is totally different, and she's one of the most scripted people that I know. I mean, it's just incredible. So I'm having the 4446 yesterday, and I start out the day thinking, well, maybe this means an improvement to my finances. No. So I did look up the gematria. Where is that? I have a few things because I had things. Looked up the gematria. Just read a few things. There's nothing related to finances. Okay. So it was the Jewish, kind of awesome. Skull and bones. You live by the rules. You die by the rules. I like that. You will reap what you sow. Keep the faith. You got to keep the faith. This is long. Keep the faith. You got to keep the faith. You got to keep the faith and run away, okay? Remember that one. The run and keep the faith and run away, okay? Their worlds prove they do not deserve existence. All right. Love will find a way and save the day. Sinner's Prayer, spoken July 24th. Now that I just caught that. That's interesting to me. That could very well refer to me. Some prayers I did back in July, especially when I started seeing the maps change. So there was, yeah, definitely some repentance involved when I first started seeing the big changes, the huge changes. Yeah. So the bride of Christ is a heavenly city come down upon the righteous. Sun crosses over the golden gate of heaven on the winter solstice. If these aliens are so smart, why don't they know proper English? Okay, so there was a lot more, but it's this 4444, you know, just flat out, straight out, no nuance, good versus evil battle is what I'm getting here. And so I took a hit to my finances. And this is where I need you guys' help. So I'll probably I think I'm going to go live tonight sometime. Anybody wants to talk about this? It really relates to the NPCs and the way they are and the things I've been talking about. So the next thing was I was just looking through my notes and I found there's this is see where it says dream fear of God, and that's where I made the fear of God video. So it's right around that same time, like just after or just before. Here's the thing, I do not remember this dream and it's freaking me out because I would not make a note of a dream. I always remember them. Something like this, I noted it because it was important to me. I didn't spell it out because I always remember them. See what it says? Streets have changed. A new house. A new house. So, yeah. So I'm looking at this rental agreement, but the rental agreement I agreed to, and I think I can handle this. One fair thing is that it wipes out my past debt, but now I'm on a rental, so I'm not really sure. You know, this is a very strongly worded letter, very official-like. As relates to NPCs, you know, they don't call, they don't come to your house. It's your own sister. A little baffled by that. So that's not the sister that I knew, and it relates to what I was talking about. I was talking to some people about how it's almost like, oh my God. I have some sort of hair issue. I really do. It's almost like they don't want to be around you at all or talk to you. The more NPC they are, the worse it is. And there's really no reason that I can really think of. It's almost like they sense something and they're not repulsed by you, but they're repelled, you know. And this, of course, their paperwork. I get the rental agreement all official, like, and I had to sign for it and everything. It even includes like their phone number and their email. Contact. Feel free to contact me in person. But and it's dated 4/4/18, which is 4444. No, 18 isn't 4. 4/4. Well, it was April 4th. 4/4. It was 4/4s all day. And of course, the place where you sign to let them know that, to prove that you're not a liar. Now, here's the deal. I am 10 months behind, but I've been in this house for about 5 or 6 years, and I always paid my rent ahead up until this last 10 months. I always paid my rent 3 to 6 months ahead. One time I even paid an entire 10 months ahead. So to me, that's proving that I'm not a liar, that I'll pay what I owe. Correct? But these NPCs, that will never work for them. A person's word is worthless, which speaks a lot to their own opinions of their own selves and the people around them. They don't trust anybody. They don't trust anybody. And the only way for one of them to trust you is if you signed and dated a piece of paper. So I can't even get it inside me to be angry with them, because this is, it surprises me on the one hand, because this is not something that my sister would do, because we were close, and before I shifted we were close, and now she's totally different. And the person that she knew, me, is totally different. Like, it's like the person that she knew was not a very nice person, or was it dishonest? To be honest, here, that the person she knew was dishonest. So that's a little upsetting to me, more so than that she's different, to know that I was different. And so one of the things, is just trying to reconcile that was another me, and to try to take some kind of responsibility as to, it gives me some knowledge as to flaws and possible flaws in my character, or so. And the reason why I say that, one of the main things, is she remembers me lying to her about having a particular job way back. I never had that job. I do remember applying for it, but I never, ever told anybody that I had a job that I didn't have. I in the life that I remember, I have told a lot of little, like, white lies, but I would never say something like that. And that's the dumbest lie ever. Why would I even lie? I mean, that's just stupid. That's just stupid. And so how I found out about this is because we were talking, and she asked me if I was actually working at that church job. So I'm going to show you some bulletins just to go along with that. But she actually was asking me if I actually was working there. So I had to really question her on that to get this out of her, that she remembers this lie that I told her from way back. But it's hard to have any emotion about toward them, because they're so incredibly NPC like that it's like I already know what they're going to say and do, and there's no emotion on their part in regards to anything except for their, papers and money and the money. If I was paying, on time, whatever they want, or just following their schedule or whatever, I don't think they would ever contact me or ever even come by. So it's hard to have emotion, and it's very strange when it's your own sister. So, but I don't know. I just felt like the 444s and the 4444. There's a sink there. And Jacob? Okay, honey, I told you we're going to wait a little while, okay? Remember? I just told you that like 20 minutes ago. In a little while, okay? In just a little bit. Let me finish up here. Sorry. So I just felt like maybe God's telling me to get out of this house. I don't know. I don't rationally. I can go along with the rental agreement. I don't have to have a lease. I don't know what's going to happen, and that wasn't going to be paid off for another 20 years. So, but here, you see, show it again. A dream that I don't remember. Streets have changed, a new house. And then right above there's a note, and that's me talking about the NPCs. And then the 4444s, and it's just flat out like this is a good versus evil battle. And my money source has been attacked. So my whole financial situation, as of yesterday, completely fucked. Where things were tight, but it would have been okay the way I had things going. I mean, I did need to make more, but I wasn't didn't have this worry. So I can handle this. I think financially I know what to do to get past it. I can do the rental thing. I'm pretty sure I can. But because of all these things and this dream thing and everything, I'm wondering if maybe God's telling me to just get another house. I mean, if I'm just renting, I'm just renting. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? I usually would tend to follow the things, even if it doesn't quite match what I'm trying to reason through. It's like my logical conclusion is different from what I think God is telling me to do. So, just curious about what you guys think about that. All right, the bulletins real quick. I'm sorry, this isn't this. I just had to get on and talk about this. So, and then I was looking at these yesterday. They all said sin. Still these same bulletins that I showed, and the reason why I show these still is because they were trespasses. There's sin on that one. Alright, it's just a little, it's in the tiny print. Still says sin. These were trespasses, the computer files, and then they changed, and so I printed them out. They changed to sin. Now, in my Bibles now it says debtors and debts, so yeah, sin. So I'm sure these will change to debt or debtors pretty soon. Seems like sin was the transition prayer. between shifting. There's where I marked. You go back to my earlier videos, you can see where I marked. Strange to me. Strange to me, it relates to that dream, because I would have had, by the order of my notes, I would have had that dream a couple months maybe after this. So I had the dream, and I can't remember it, which means to me that I shifted over. But these still say sin, which would mean to me that I didn't shift over. Things are getting pretty freaking weird, guys. Alright, that's it. I love ya. I'll go on live tonight. I'll take a shower. I look awful. I just had to talk. You know, sometimes it's like you know what you want to say, and then you know that if you wait too long, you won't say it the way that you want to say it, or that you'll forget parts of it. So that's why I just had to do that right now. So I love you guys. And you know what else? When I go on live, I'll go on live tonight at some random time, just whenever I get myself organized. And I'd kind of like to know if you guys have experienced similar attacks to this, where suddenly, I know Lizette made a video where suddenly things changed for her, making things more difficult. Just want to know if that's happening to you guys. For me, and with the gematria that I did, it's really, I think it's telling me, you know, this is an attack. This is a spiritual attack on me, that they use money to do it. So maybe I should have expected it. Love you guys. Have a great day. God bless you.